Alright, I just wanted to show you a little bit about the boxes and the entertainment center that comes with it. So your box will come already set up. It'll look like so. Here's where you'll put your SD card, which is your memory. You have 4 USB ports, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your Ethernet port. I suggest using an Ethernet cord instead of using Wi-Fi. You get faster speeds. And sometimes some of the high-end streaming like 1080p could use that. So, but you can use, it comes with a Wi-Fi USB. You can plug that into any of your 4 slots. Pops right in. Pretty simple to use, and it'll populate already onto your system. I can show you how to find that in just a second. It comes with an HDMI cord. Your HDMI port is on the side here. Plug this in here, and you plug this into your output, which is most likely a TV. You also have an audio out, which is here. It's almost like a jack for like a headphone or something of that nature, but you could use it to plug into any external audio you have. I just use the HDMI audio. It's not a big deal. You have your power source. I'll show you here. You plug this into your wall, and it's essentially a micro USB cable, and that plugs in right next to the HDMI port here. Also, you can use a USB to mini or micro USB port, and some smart TVs have the capability to power these devices, but you won't get the full 5 volts to 2.5 amps all the time, depending on the models of your TV. So you can try it out and see when you turn on your TV, the box will turn on, things like that. It's a lot easier than unplugging and plugging it in. The red disc, it's 8 gigabytes, scan disc ultra, micro USB card. That's what your entertainment system is going to be on. You see the slot here in the back. You have to be careful because it is a little tricky sometimes. You can put it in incorrectly. It won't go all the way in if you put it in incorrectly, but you'll see it'll click once I stick it in there. And then to get it out, you click it again. Sometimes it can get a little bit stuck. What you can do if that's the case is just take the top off. There's like a little black tab that you're going to, you could connect an external display if you wanted, but I just push on that and it'll pop. A little bit further out, and it's easy just to pull right out. Sometimes it gets stuck in there, not usually, but you can insert it wrong. So if I just stick it in there and it doesn't click, you can see it's kind of just up in there and not seated correctly. So I'll start my box up, and I'll put it on the screen. And I don't have a scan card or a capture card, so you might get some lines on my screen, but it won't look like that when you hook yours up. So let's go to it. Alright, so here's my HDMI cord hooked up into my TV. I'm going to plug that into the box. I'm going to take my power source. It's plugged into the wall outlet. I'm going to put that in right next to it, next to the HDMI source. Once I plug it in, it usually powers up. And it'll also power the TV. You see the TV comes on. I'll put this up here. I'm going to be using my remote control from my Samsung Smart TV to control the box. But there is an app on your iPhones or your smartphones that does control this app, or this whole box in itself. And it comes in your startup manual. I enjoy that one a lot better, but my phone is dead, so I can't show that to you right now. So first thing first, I wanted to show you how to start your Wi-Fi. So I'm going to be using Wi-Fi in this video. I do have an Ethernet cord that I usually use, but as you can see, my Wi-Fi USB is connected. This little guy right here. And I'll show you how to get there and start it up. So we're going to go over using a right arrow on my remote, but it would be a right arrow on your smart app on your phone. Go to System, hit OK, go to Settings. Oh, excuse me, go to Open Elect, not Settings. So we're going to go to System. Next to Settings, you'll see something that says Open ELEC. You're going to hit OK. And we're going to go down to Connections. In here, we can see all the connections that are available. Mine is at the top, the one that I use in my household, so I'll select that and connect. So we'll hit our back button after type. So now we're connected to the internet, and we can use our box fully functional. So this is what your box is going to look like when it comes. You're going to have all these tabs here, and each one of them is going to do a different function. Your TV function. Now, these boxes aren't optimized for live TV, but they do stream live TV. And the reason why I say they're not optimized for it is because it's difficult to get down, because there's a little bit of legality issues behind streaming live TV that most people would usually have to pay for, things like that. And they're maintained by individuals all over the internet. So if their server is down or their computer's not working correctly, that stream that they have will not be available. And it might be available the next day, it might be available next week, they might shut down their server in general. So it's really a give and take. But I've set up what I thought is the most efficient one. And if you go to TV and click on channels, that's where most of them will be. And a lot of them are Canadian or European and USA channels all in one. So let's check out BET, for example. That's number 11 on the list. Let's click OK there. Down in the right-hand corner, you say it's working. Okay, so we have a little preview here of what it looks like. So once you see the preview, if you click on it again, it'll open up in a big screen for you.
I don't want to live with the uncertainties of Hep C.
To go back to your list, just hit the back button, or in this case for me it's the exit button. And it goes back to the list here.
Harvoni is proven to cure up to 99% of patients who had no prior treatment.
To stop it, I have a stop button on my controller, but you'll have a stop button on your app. Your videos, this is where most of your content to watch things are going to be. And down at the bottom, I've put the top 5 apps that I use for my streaming, and I thought it would be easy for you guys to access. So if you click on the down arrow, again, I'm using my remote and not my app on my phone. You can go to, the first one is Genesis. This is my favorite app on the system. It gives me access to probably over, I would say, 300,000 movies, anywhere from old to new, and even in some cases the ones that are in the theaters if you don't mind watching a video camera or bootleg version. So once you click on the app, you can go to movies, TV shows. It also has some channels to stream if you want to watch that. It also has some other options like My Genesis, latest movies, latest episodes, tools, and search, which I won't be getting into right now, but I could show you a little bit about it in the future. So let's go to movies and see what they have. Let's go to most popular and see what people are watching. Again, if you see down in the bottom right hand corner, it's working and the little circle is spinning around. Let it do its thing. Normally it'll come out of it when it's done thinking. Just give it some time, a little bit of patience. So let's see, Mad Max. That one came out recently. It's not on DVD yet. It's not out on a streaming service, but we can get it here. The quality, because it is a newer movie that had just recently come out, so it might be a video cam quality. On rare occasions, people will put a DVD quality stream of something that hasn't came out on DVD yet, and you can always try it. All right, so it's done its little thinking, it's working, and it brings up this little dialog box. And you can choose different streams from different sources.
of so each one is the movie, but it's from a different source. So if one doesn't work, try another. But look how many options there are. You have over 20, I would say even 100 on some movies, options to choose from, and people put them up. So some of them might be not the best quality. I think the ones that are the best quality are at the top. You'll see some that say 1080p, HD, HQ, things of that nature. You might find certain ones that you enjoy the most. You can see the numbers on the left, and then it says Playbox or Movies HD or Ice Films, things like that. So it's pulling from all these different sources. I personally like Ice Films. Let's go to Ice Films, Upload HD. I'll click OK on it. It'll open the stream. Here again, just give it a minute. It's thinking, it's doing its thing. Let's see what the quality's like. I've already started watching this movie, so it's already started off and a little bit further into the movie.
You want that thing off your face?
But yeah, this is a really good copy, it looks like. It looks like it is maybe not a cam, and maybe it's a ripped footage somewhere. It looks very good. It's really good quality. Let's see if I can rewind it a little bit. It's pretty smooth. I can rewind.
My name is Max. My world is fire and blood.
Okay, so yeah, there's Mad Max. I'll press the stop button on my controller. Bring back to the main menu. Let's go back out. Let's try one more movie. All right, so I charged my phone. I've got the app running on it, so I'll be using this from now on to show you how easy it is. Once you connect, a good way to use it is it'll come up on the screen. You'll go down to Add Hosts. Click on Find Kodi here. It'll think, and then everything will populate in these boxes here. Click on Save. This is only if you're connected to the same internet source as your Kodi box, in which case I am my home internet. And then you click on with the green light, and it'll bring you over to this screen. Go down to Remote Control, and then there's my remote. And I wanted to show you one more movie on Genesis. You have all these options in your movies. I went down to In Theaters. So this is current movies that are in the theaters right now. Jurassic World, Minions, you got Terminator. So let's see what kind of quality